Hardtail the tape here at Route 28, Catch Your Fire. Cheti, 26, 5 years the senior of Derry Market, 21. The weights are even, both gentlemen making their pro debut this evening. My name's Steve White, joining you here ringside with none other than Bones MMA's Matty Williams. Matt, great to be back in the saddle for another year of Roots and Rebellion here.
Yeah, incredible. And yeah, our first time out here in Thomastown. So tonight's
big night, don't go anywhere. Steve White, Matt Williams with you ringside. Here we go, Cheti in the black trunks, Mark in the white.
One of my favourite weight divisions to watch too, 55 kgs. You can expect fast-paced action. Both short, powerful fighters, as we see Matt Cheti get upended there. Well, recently there's been a big focus, Stephen, on the technique of the sweep and how that's got to be perceived in the scoring. And referees are going to be coming down hard if the sweep's completed with anything other than the front of the shin. It has to be a kicking motion. So you'll notice a little bit of change in tactics tonight as Matt Cheti comes in with a big old elbow, just living up to his mantle, the machete, trying to decapitate young Derry Mark.
Yeah, it's both gents going for it in their debuts here at Roots. That adrenaline dump, that first minute, 90 seconds, so often the case, but both men landing some good shots. There you go, front of the shin, didn't get the sweep in the end, but Matt Cheti right back to it. Mark answers with a chopping low kick, and they tie up in the clinch and exchange knees right in front of us here. Trevor Lawler right on top of it. Nice solo over the top there from Mark, catching Cheti on the left cheek.
Yeah, Derry Mark did well there just to get his right hand on top of the lead arm of Cheti and fight off that right elbow. It's good placement. And as we've come to expect from the Roots undercards, that guys, even in their debuts and with a handful of fights, are well schooled, well drilled. I like the way that Cheti staying nice and calm, listening to his corner. Good body kicks and starting to play a little bit longer now because Derry Mark's got some power in that right hand, Stephen.
He absolutely does. We've seen it already in the first minute of this fight as pace slows a little bit as the lactic acid catches up with him from that first opening foray there we saw in that first 45 seconds or so. And a nice 1-2 down the middle from Cheti, and again, that caught on the gloves that time by Mark. Answers with the kick to the left lead there of Cheti. Oh, and he finds it with a lead left there from Cheti through the defences there of Mark.
Yeah, punching well around the guard of Derry Mark, who returns favour there with a beautiful left kick that just studs into the torso of Cheti. And again, this is a really close round, Stephen. Both guys have had their moments as the action ebb and flows towards the end of round number one.
Indeed, they've left it all in the tank, and not a hard thing to do when you're on debut. But both men landing some great shots here early at Routes 28 in our opening bout. Looking there for this cross there was Mark. Step-up elbow was good, but taken on the gloves as we hear the 10-second count. About to close out round number one. Nice body kick there from Mark to finish off. They go back to their corners. That was a great entertaining start to the night.
Yeah, Routes 28 Catch a Fire. Well, it's off to a great start with these two young debutants. It was Matt Cheti who probably started the harder and faster of the pair. Derry Mark had to rally later on in the round with some big shots with the hands, and he got that left kick going too. Both guys looked good in the clinch, fairly even Stevens when the two came together, but the judges with a little bit of work to do after the first, as do the corners. We'll see what kind of strategic direction the two experienced camps of Westside MMA with Abbas Ahmadi at the helm and Jordan Fielding from Strongheart up in the City of Churches in Adelaide.
Indeed. Don't forget to stick around for our main event on the Rebellion card later. Sun Kun Kamai and Taxon Lex will go to head-to-head in our main event, as will Daniel Matthews and Carter Lawrence, two veterans now of the Rebellion stable and Muay Thai generally here in the state of Victoria. Plenty, all those and more to come, I should say, plenty more to come here at the Q Room in Thomastown. We're set for round number two. Matt Cheti and Mark. A nice head kick to start proceedings from Mark.
Yes, he got off just how he'd want to, straight out of the blocks, and went high with that that left high kick and went straight across the side of the jaw of Cheti. Now, that's a bit of a foul there from Derry Mark. You can't pick your opponent up and slam him on the ground. It's not WWE. There's some good knees there from Matt Cheti, just driving them nice and straight into the solar plexus. Good lock and inside hand position from Derry Mark, but nothing doing as the two separate and step back up to scratch in the middle.
Well, Cheti wasn't far away there with that right hook there. Switching stance at will during this fight, says Mark with another body kick, found the target a number of times. Nice teep to send his man to the deck.
Derry Mark's starting to find himself now, I think, in the second round. He's got the first fight jitters out of the way. He looks like he's starting to settle into this one. I love the way, Stephen, that he's creeping his kick in between the elbow and the knee of Cheti when he's not quick enough to get that guard, the shin up there. And that'll really suck the gas tank out of Matt Cheti. And there's another one from Derry right on the mark.
Yeah, finding a target on that left lead thigh and under the rib cage is Mark with that body kick. Both men exchanged jabs. And again, swing and a miss there from Cheti's. Attempted that a couple of times, hasn't found the target yet. Nice body rip there from Mark.
Yeah, I love the way that he sat into that one. Beautiful placement from Derry Mark. He's had some good success with the hands going to the body, and the guard of Matt Cheti starting to get a little bit lower as this fight wears on. He's taking some big kicks, and the mouth now open too, taking in some deep breaths as Derry Mark looks to sap the gas tank, goes back again to the body, comes through with the knee after it. Strong Art team pretty happy with what they're seeing now.
Kick caught and went for the body kick instead of the sweep that time, did Mark.
Yeah, and it looked good. So that's really going to favour him with the judges. He caught the kick and a nice jumping kick on the return, just trying to remove that liver like a scene out of Indiana Jones is Derry Mark. Bad intentions with all those punches.
The movie I would have least picked. I was going through a whole bunch of horror films in my head there, trying to pick a worse one, but that's all right. But Derry Mark again to the body with that right foot, and it goes to the left that time. Cheti, nice 1-2, and then body kick from the Derry Mark.
Yeah, well, he's got Matt Cheti worried about the hands now, which is kind of freezing Matt Cheti when he comes forward, and he's able to put a kick on the end as an exclamation point. Looking the goods. Matt Cheti trying to find something a bit later in this round now. This round you might feel was probably snuck away from him. That was a good return from Derry Mark after a big round from Matt Cheti. A close fight going into the third, Stephen.
Absolutely. Derry Mark finding a home for that body shot 3 or 4 times throughout that round, but probably had the crisper of the exchanges, but you can see breathing heavy there on the stool is under the tutelage of Avasamati is Matt Cheti. But I'd have Derry Mark ahead just a shade on the scorecard.
Yeah, well, another man who's sitting and breathing heavy on the stool's me, Stephen, because it's been action from the get-go. It's a big night for us, old fella. A big night of action, and for all you joining us at home, we've just got an absolutely stacked Roots card from top to bottom. And then at the top of the program, of course, Rebellion 33, new generation, and faces who have made their way up through the Roots system now fighting top-tier international talent. A really exciting evening of action, as you say, 2025. It's been one for Muay Thai fans already in the first quarter, and so much more to look forward to as round number 3 gets underway, Stephen.
Deep, and again to the body there goes Derry Mark. Mark in the white trunks, Cheti in the black trunks, the machete. Glad to get his pro debut here in March, because in 6 months' time, machetes are illegal in the state of Victoria. Had to use that one at least. As he stands in front and eats the teeth there of Mark a couple of times.
Yeah, look, I think he showed his cards at the opening of the round. I think the West Side team wanted him to come forward, find big straight punches and start working some knees in the clinch, maybe find an elbow after one of those knees. Because when he's standing at the end of the range of Derry Mark's able to probably just outscore him a tad. But answering back well now is Matt Cheti, some good straight punches. That right hand looks like it's got a few herbs on it, Stephen.
Indeed, wasn't far away either for the uppercut. Now look, trying to pierce the guard there of Mark with the jab. And now trying to change levels. Answered in kind there by Mark as we approach the halfway mark of this round.
Here at Mark electing to loop that big overhand right, digging back to the body again, and the guard now very low from Matt Cheti. He's worn all kinds of damage to the torso. Now faking the body and coming upstairs with the left hook is Derry Mark, looking the goods. Matt Cheti needs to find something now. He needs to rally as the tide's really starting to turn. Trevor Lawler standing very close to the action too, Stephen.
Indeed, Mark finding a home for those hooks, but Cheti answering. Now, Mark doing the sort of the bulk of the offense here in the last 20 seconds or so. Goes to the body again with the kick.
That's why, you know, working the body is such a good investment to make early in a fight. That you can really make withdrawals as the fight wears on. And that's why Derry Mark's reaping the rewards with interest now as a tired-looking Matt Cheti tries to fire back with the right hand of his own.
Not long to go here in this opening bout. 3x3, both on debut here at Roots 28. And Cheti, nice 1-2 down the middle, found its target, and then he goes to the body this time with the left.
Yeah, nice work. Says, whatever you can do, I can do better. But it's the kick of Derry that finds a home on Matt Cheti. Tired-looking Matt Cheti now. Both guys have had the pedal to the metal the whole way through. And with the prices of fuel here in Victoria, that's a dangerous thing to do. Derry comes forward once more with the teep. Cheti returns with the right hand. This one is almost signed, sealed and delivered here at the Q Room. Both boys in a close fight have an opportunity to make a real statement here, Stephen.
Step up knee there from Cheti as they clinch. Trevor Lawler separates and says, give me what you got here for the last few seconds of this opening bout. Cheti with a nice right hand after catching the initial kick there from Mark. Again, nice right there to finish off from Cheti. Great fight on debut from both of these combatants. Matty, how do you see that one?
Yeah, very impressive debut from both guys. I think they won a few fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for our debutantes today. Great showing of skill for our debutantes. Ladies and gentlemen, our fight goes to decision. 28-27 from judge number 1, 27-30 from judge number 2, and 28-29 from judge number 3 for a unanimous decision. Put to Mark from the blue corner.
So Derry Mark gets the victory, unanimous decision on debut here at Roots 28 over Matt Cheti.